विशेष सूचना कृपया ध्यान दिनुहोस्। यो अन्तर्वार्ता रुथ कार्थक लेप्चाको व्यक्तिगत बयान हो। व्यक्त गरिएका विचारहरू उहाँका आफ्नै हुन् र एकदमै भिन्न युगका सामाजिक, राजनैतिक तथा सांस्कृतिक यथार्थहरूलाई प्रतिबिम्बित गर्दछन्। केही भनाइहरूलाई आधुनिक मापदण्ड अनुसार विवादास्पद र संवेदनशील मान्न सकिन्छ। यद्यपि मौखिक इतिहासको संरक्षण र सिक्किमको संक्रमणका जटिल आयामहरूलाई बुझ्नको लागि तिनीहरू यहाँ बिना कुनै सेन्सर प्रस्तुत गरिएका छन्। यी विचारहरू यस प्लेटफर्मका धारणाहरूलाई प्रतिनिधित्व गर्दैनन्। दर्शकको स्वविवेक र ऐतिहासिक परिप्रेक्ष्यलाई दृढतापूर्वक सल्लाह दिइन्छ।
But your personality counts. When the Buddhist people, when the members of the jail, they see you, they have a respect for you, and they treat you differently. So your own attitude towards life, that helps you out.
सबैभन्दा मिठो कुनै याद?
That in the jail, the day I escaped in the jail. I made the politician, political officer, what's his name, some Menon, make him shiver. The pulse of the people, that time, underground, overground, anywhere.
Beyond statute, from kingdom to constitution and everything in between. यस्तैमा हजुरहरूलाई हामीले विभिन्न व्यक्तित्वहरूसँगको इन्टरभ्यू अगाडि ल्याउँदैछौँ भने हामीले विशेष ती हराएका कुराहरू अनि कतिवटा कुराहरू जुन चाहिँ सिक्किमको समाजमा अझै पनि मानिसहरूलाई थाहा छैन ती कुराहरूलाई हजुरहरूको सामु ल्याउने यो चेष्टा हो। अनि यो होल जति पनि इन्टरभ्युजहरूको हाम्रो सेसन्सहरू चलिरहेको छ, यो एउटा डकुमेन्ट भएर लेटर स्टेजमा एउटा डकुमेन्ट्री पनि प्रड्युस गर्ने हाम्रो यो टिमको एउटा हामीले सोचेको छौँ। अनि आज भने हामी विशेष गरेर यहाँनिर सिङताममा आइपुगेका छौँ। सिङताममा म्याम रुथ कार्थकको घरमा उहाँले अफिसियली आफूलाई रुथ कार्थक लेप्चेनी भनेर लेख्नु हुँदो रहेछ। अनि उहाँको विषयवस्तु हजुरहरू धेरैलाई थाहा पनि होला, धेरैजनालाई थाहा छैन होला। उहाँ 12 मे 1934 मा जन्मिनु भएको थियो ग्याङ्टोक आरिथाङमा। उहाँले 1966 मा सिक्किम इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट फ्रन्ट भन्ने पार्टी खोल्नु भएको थियो। यो पार्टी सिक्किम गभर्नमेन्टले त्यति बेला उहाँलाई एक्युज गरेको थियो कि उहाँले रिमर्स फैलाउनु हुँदैछ अगेन्स्ट मोनार्की अनि उहाँलाई एक्जाइलमा पठाइएको पनि थियो। अब उहाँको साइडको जुन चाहिँ कथाहरू छ त्यो धेरैलाई थाहा छैन होला, धेरैलाई थाहा होला, त हामी बुझ्ने चेष्टा गर्नेछौँ। उहाँ उमेरमा धेरै नै उमेर पुगिसक्नु भएको छ, उहाँ 92 वर्ष पुगिसक्नु भएको छ। कतिसम्म उहाँको कुराहरू स्पष्ट छ त्यो कुरा बुझ्ने चेष्टा गर्छौँ। तर हामीले उहाँको छोरीलाई यहाँनिर सँगै राखेको छौँ। तपाईँको नाम के हो?
जेसी यास्मिन
हालिम। उहाँ हाम्रो यसै फ्रेममा हामीले तपाईँहरूको सामु ल्याउने चेष्टा गर्दैछौँ ताकि हामी बुझ्ने चेष्टा गरौँ। किनभने आमाले छोरीलाई धेरै कुराहरू बताएको हुन्छ, धेरै कुराहरू उहाँलाई याद पनि हुन्छ। म्याम, तपाईँले यो पोलिटिक्समा आउनुभयो नि?
हजुर।
त्यति बेला तपाईँले पोलिटिक्समा आउनुभन्दा अगाडि तपाईँ 1934 मा जन्मिनु भएको। अनि तपाईँले स्कुल कहाँ पढ्नुभयो?
मैले ग्याङ्टोकै गर्ल्स स्कुल पिएनजी
पढ्नुभयो। अनि पिएनजी पढेर त्यहाँदेखि कलेज कहाँ जानुभयो?
म कलेज गइनँ।
कलेज जानु भएन?
गइनँ।
पिएनजी चाहिँ हजुर
नर्सिङ गर्नु।
त्यहाँदेखि नर्सिङ गर्नुभयो?
नर्सिङ गरेँ।
कहाँ गर्नुभयो नर्सिङ?
क्यालकाटाको पिएनजी के भन्छ एसएसकेएम हस्पिटल।
एसएनटिएम हस्पिटल है? अच्छा। अन्त त्यहाँदेखि तपाईँ फेरि बादमा छग्यालहरूसँग पनि क्लोज हुनुहुन्थ्यो नि त तपाईँको फ्यामिली पहिला?
हामी कहिले भेट्दैनौँ थियो।
हजुर।
छग्यालसित चाहिँ कहिले फेस टु फेस बात मार्यौँ न त बोल्यौँ, त्यस्तो कहिले गरेन हामी।
कहिले भेटेन? अन्त त्यहाँदेखि तपाईले बादमा एउटा पोलिटिकल पार्टी खोल्नु भएको थियो
हजुर
1966 मा
हजुर
अन्त सिक्किम इन्डिपेन्डेन्ट फ्रन्ट भनेर हैन
हजुर
त्यसमा चाहिँ लेप्चाहरूको डिमान्ड्सलाई लिएर तपाईँ अगाडि पार्टी अगाडि बढाउनु भएको थियो त्यो कुराहरू तपाईलाई के याद छ कस्तो थियो त्यो टाइम को थियो तपाईले चिनेको मान्छेहरू
त्यो जति सक्दो आई विल गिभ इट टु यु नाउ पिपल वाज अलरेडी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड दे वान्टिङ समथिङ like democracy. They didn't want to stay under Soviet rule. They were getting suffocated. That they knew their rights, like how C.D. Rai, how we exposed them.
C.D. Rai?
C.D. Rai.
Who is C.D. Rai?
Those days, he was a young man and he was doing the politics in the local area, and then the press, the people got hold of him, and he started doing politics.
You were forced to exile once. There were stories of you in paper. Right? तपाईलाई exile मा पनि पठाइएको थियो नि त?
It was actually externed by the High Court order on the charge of sedition under section 124B.
Under section 124B.
IPC.
So what was the reason? What was the reason that you were sent to the?
She was actually against the monarchy. That's why she was externed.
Okay. Why do you think like you were against the monarchy? You were against the monarchy?
The pulse of the people. That time, underground, overground, anywhere.
There were 5 representatives, candidates from your party, and 1 Nepali. 5 Lepchas and 1 Nepali, I believe so. Right? So, how was the election done during those times? Can you say something about it?
No, I think it was not done fairly. It was all made up.
It was all made up. How do you say that the transition arrived? Because when you were exiled, the cases were going on against you, right? And then there was a written article in Himalayan Observer where it is said that you also escaped from the jail. So, why is that you escaped from the jail? What was the reason? Do you know? Can you say something about it?
Me had no choice. Whatever they said, that is done. One-sided. We have not to say anything. Whatever they want to do, they will do.
So, jail बाट चाहिँ किन भाग्नु भएको थियो?
I told you, absolutely unconditional stay in the jail, because sharing one bucket, all the male, all the female.
Okay, you had to share one male, female had to stay in.
That was the jail of Chogyal.
Okay, so now how do you say, like, you were known as a pretty strong lady back then, right? I've heard about you where you'd ride in a horse and you'd reach to places, you'd meet people. So can you tell us something about your experiences?
Yeah. Right now, I don't think I can recollect everything, but whatever I can, I will tell you.
Okay, so तपाईलाई के याद छ त? तपाईको जन्म भयो, जन्म भएर तपाई स्कुल जानुभयो, स्कुल गएर तपाईले नर्सिङ गर्नुभयो, हैन?
हजुर.
त्यहाँ नर्सिङ सकिसकेपछि तपाई फेरि के गर्नुभयो? त्यहाँदेखि उता के भयो?
I returned back to Calcutta from SSKM hospital. I got married, and then I started this farming in a farm, like keeping cows.
So, how many kids do you have?
I don't have. I have my daughter.
Only one daughter?
One daughter.
Okay. When you were married, right? After you married, both husband and wife went to jail?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yeah.
What was the reason that you had to go to jail?
पापा पनि थियो जेलमा. Because we were
Pakistani spy भनेर हालेको थियो अरे.
के भनेर?
पापालाई चाहिँ पाकिस्तानी स्पाई भनेर जेल हालेको थियो अरे त्यति बेला।
ओके। अन्त तपाईलाई त्यति बेलाको तपाईको मिठो मिठो यादहरू चाहिँ के छ? राम्रो राम्रो यादहरू?
हजुर, so many things, but suddenly I can recollect. Slowly I can recollect and make a collection, and I can hand it over.
सबैभन्दा मिठो कुनै याद?
That in the jail, the day I escaped in the jail. I made the politician, political officer, what's his name, some Menon, make him shiver.
So you were happy back then?
Yeah, no, not happy, but then they told me, you stay there for some time, we will see what we can do, and that's all.
After you escaped from jail,
Yeah.
what did you do?
Inside the jail.
No, outside the jail.
No, I was there in the jail. When I came out, then I started, I was living in a farm, so I was looking after my farm and I was staying there.
Okay, so when you came back, you were looking after your farm?
Yeah. This was, they had locked it up and they opened it for me.
You were again locked up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Again you were sent back to the jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
That man, he died recently. Karma Thabdin.
Karma Tongden.
He was the security for Chogyal and the family.
Do you have any idea about 1973 agitation?
Those people.
No. When there was an agitation in Sikkim, that people were asking for democracy.
Democracy.
Then people had to sit in a protest. So those things were happening in 1973. So do you remember anything in 1973? Do you have any collection of memory?
I will try. Right now I can't say.
No, she was external from 1969 to she came back. When she came back, it was 1979.
Okay.
She doesn't know anything about agitation.
Okay,
She
so
was in Calcutta.
she was in Calcutta.
Yes.
So she couldn't come back to Sikkim or?
No. That she knows. Amma knows.
Okay. So you were in Calcutta
Yeah.
at that particular point of time. From 1969 to 1979. 10 years you were in Calcutta.
Yeah.
So how did you feel? What happened? You were sent to Calcutta or you couldn't come back to Sikkim? The government didn't allow, right?
Government didn't allow.
Okay, so what were they saying and what was your version?
My version was always occasional. Chogyal.
Always against Sogel.
Yeah.
So now when you came back in 1979,
Yeah.
how much things had changed?
Lots.
A lot.
Lots.
What was the major change that you felt?
That at least we can speak whatever we like.
You felt the democracy.
Yeah. That is freedom of speech.
Okay. So back then you say that there was no freedom of speech.
There was no. They tried to ignore.
Okay, so how do you feel that you have been into many turmoils of life,
Yeah.
right? So ups and downs were there. Then you came back in 1979. Then you stayed here, and what were the things that you do back then? After you came back to Sikkim in 1979.
I started whatever I could do, like farming, looking after my own life.
So you didn't went back to your profession, nursing.
Pardon?
You didn't went back to nursing.
No, I didn't go.
So you were farming and doing these things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at that time you started a party then you were into politics, right?
Yeah.
So then after coming back to Sikkim again, you didn't thought that you'll again start with the politics or start with political party?
Oh, I started it, but it was going the right direction to a certain extent. So it didn't hurt me.
Okay, so it didn't hurt you.
No.
When you think back then, now, all the things that have happened with you, you traveled through time, right?
Yeah.
So from 1932 to this particular point of time,
Yeah.
the whole timeline that you have felt.
Yeah.
So when you think all of those things back then, what do you feel?
Sometimes I'm happy that I've done something useful. I didn't waste my time, and like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are more comfortable in English or you are more comfortable in Nepali?
In Nepali, no, they are just like my own brothers and sisters. They are more for me.
No, when you speak the language,
Yeah.
what is more easy for you? Is it English or Nepali?
Nepali.
नेपाली तपाईँ
हजुर।
स्कुल पढ्दाखेरि नि
Yeah.
त्यति बेलाको शासन प्रणाली
प्रशासन प्रणाली
कस्तो थियो?
त्यतिखेर narrow. They always biased against the Nepalis. Like they don't want to give them land, and a small what you call laws they made especially against them. So these are the things.
अन्त तपाईको नि जस्तै विशेष तपाईको मुद्दा छ नि
हजुर
पोलिटिकल पार्टी तपाईले जब खोल्नु भयो नि तपाईको मुद्दा चाहिँ सिक्किमे लेप्चाको लागि थियो नि त
हजुर
हैन
हजुर
तपाईले सिक्किमे लेप्चाको लागि मुद्दा उठाउनु भएको थियो है
हजुर
त सिक्किमे लेप्चाको मुद्दाहरू चाहिँ के थियो?
त्यतिखेर थियो लेप्चाले अलिक नोकरी पाउनु पर्ने यसो भन्दै थियो कि लाप्चेको जमिन चाहिँ भोटेले चाहिँ किन्नु पाउने अरे नेपालीले चाहिँ नपाउने त्यो एब्सोल्युटली रङ
तपाईको डिमान्ड चाहिँ त्यो सबैले किन्न पाउनु पर्ने कि किन्न नपाउनु
नपाउनु
पर्ने?
हजुर
अन्त त्यहाँदेखि अरु के थियो लेप्चाको लागि तपाईको मुद्दा?
एजुकेसन थियो अन्त के अरे जब थियो
अन्त सिक्किमको लागि
सिक्किमको लागि सेम थिङ फर द जब एन्ड फर द सेम थिङ
तपाईको अब जेलभित्र नि
हजुर
त्यति बेला कस्तो के हुन्थ्यो?
हजुर
तपाईलाई जेलको भित्र के हुन्थ्यो छोगेलको टाइममा तपाईलाई याद छ के भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ?
हजुर but your personality counts when the Buddhist people, when the members of the jail, they see you, they have a respect for you and they treat you differently. So your own attitude towards life, that helps you out.
जेलको समय सकेर तपाई कलकत्ता जानुभयो नि
हजुर
कलकत्तामा चाहिँ के गर्नुभयो?
No, I became like ordinary housewife.
तपाईले बिहा चाहिँ कहाँ गर्नुभएको? कोलकाता कि यही?
No, in Calcutta, that the marriage center is there.
अन्त त्यहाँदेखि तपाई फर्केर आउँदा फेरि सिक्किममा थुप्रो कुराहरु चेन्ज भएको थियो फेरि फार्मिङ गर्नुभयो?
Yeah, lots of things have changed.
अहिले घोडा चढ्नु मन पर्दैन?
मन पर्छ. I love horse riding.
तपाई पहिला पुरा घोडा कुदाउनु हुन्थ्यो रे नि त है?
हजुर.
कुन कलरको घोडा थियो?
Red color.
रेड कलरको?
Because my grandfather would go to his office in that horse.
तपाईको ग्रान्डफादर त फेरि छोगेलकै जनरल सेक्रेटरी हुनुहुन्थ्यो हैन?
My mother side, father side.
अच्छा तपाईको एकजना ग्रान्डफादर या फादर छोगेलको जनरल सेक्रेटरी पनि हुनुहुन्थ्यो नि के हो उहाँको नाम
बाक्सिङ घातक लाप्चे
उहाँ चाहिँ जनरल सेक्रेटरी हुनुहुन्थ्यो
जनरल सेक्रेटरी
अच्छा तपाईलाई बाबाको बारेमा के सम्झना छ
My father is very simple man. He never quarreled with anybody. Pure lepcha. He is totally like a lepcha.
अन्त तपाईँ त्यति बेला आरिथाङमा चाहिँ कस्तो थियो कति थिए त्यति बेला लेप्चाहरू आरिथाङमा
त्यतिखेर त कोही पनि थिएन मिया द ओन्ली थिए
तपाईहरू मात्रै हुनुहुन्थ्यो
मिया द फ्यामिली एन्ड वान मो माई अङ्कल
तपाईहरू चाहिँ ओरिजिन चाहिँ के जङ्गुबाटै हो
आई क्यान से जङ्गुबाट हो कि यता खोला पार गरेर मोर देन नेपाली
तपाईँ घोडा चढेर चाहिँ कहाँ जानुहुन्थ्यो
म त यहाँ आँगनतिर अलिकति वरपर त्यति नै
यहाँ सिङताम बजारमा
गइन
जानु भएन
गइन
अन्त त्यति बेला त घोडा चढेर टाढा टाढा जान्थे त
मान्छेहरू बिकज दे आर कमिङ टु बजार
राबङ जानुहुन्थ्यो अरे त
राबङ जानु भएको घोडा चढेर
राबङ जान्थे
राबङमा चाहिँ के गर्नुहुन्थ्यो कसलाई भेट्नुहुन्थ्यो
मेरो अलैँची बारीहरू थियो
राबङमा
हजुर
अहिले पनि छ
मैले बेचेको अहिले 2-3 महिना भयो
अलैँची
हजुर
राबङमा अन्त अलैँची बारी घुम्नु चाहिँ घोडा लिएर जानुहुन्थ्यो
हजुर
तपाईँलाई सबैभन्दा मिठो याद तपाईँलाई के छ अब अहिले सोच्दाखेरि के अब घोडा चढेर त्यो समय त अब तपाईँ एकदम डुली हिँड्नुहुन्थ्यो होइन सिक्किमको डाँडा काँडा
त्यसै गरी हिँड्थे
अन्त साथीहरू को थिए अरू घोडामा पनि साथीहरू कुद्थे
थिएनन्
एक्लै जानुहुन्थ्यो
हजुर त्यो घोडा समाउने चाहिँ साइज भन्छ नि हौ तिनीहरूले डाइरेक्ट गरिदिन्थ्यो यु क्यानट ट्रस्ट द हर्स यु मस्ट हेभ वान मोर एक्सिडेन्ट
अशोक मेहताले नि
हजुर
तपाईँ छोगेलसँग बाँच्नु भएको थियो अरे भनेका थिए नि
हजुर
किन भने
ऊ चाहिँ अर्कै पार्टीको मान्छे थियो होला नि अन्त ऊ त पुरो छोकेल एलिमेन्टहरू हो अशोक मेहता हौ त्यही हो त्यति नै डिफरेन्स
अन्त तपाईँले लेप्चा नलेखेर लेप्चानी लेख्नुहुन्छ नि
हजुर
किन लेखेको लेप्चानी चाहिँ
emphasizing my own identity. Lepchani to make them fear them.
तपाईँले अफिसियल रेकर्डमै लेप्चानी लेख्नुभयो
हजुर लेप्चानी लेखे
अहिले चाहिँ तपाईँ कोसँग सम्पर्कमा हुनुहुन्छ कसैसँग सम्पर्कमा हुनुहुन्छ अहिले पुरानो मान्छेहरूसँग पोलिटिसियनहरूसँग
कोही हुन्छ
कोहीहरू यहाँ तपाईँलाई भेट्न आउँछन् अरू कोहीहरू चिन्नेहरू
हजुर आउँथ्यो हिजो चिसम्म अहिले त पनि छ कि छैन
त दर्शकवृन्द उहाँ रुथ कार्थक अहिले धेरैवटा कुरा उहाँको पनि हामीले जतिसम्म कलेक्ट गरेर तपाईँहरूको साममा ल्याउन सक्छौँ मिलाएर यो कुरालाई उहाँको जुन चाहिँ समयकाल छ त्यो कस्तो थियो उहाँको अनुभवहरू अहिले कतिको छ र उहाँको अस्तित्वमा कतिवटा घटनाक्रमहरू यस्तो बितेका थिए कि उहाँलाई पनि त्यो तलमाथि उतार चढाउ अनि त्यो दुःख र वेदनाहरूबाट उहाँ आउनुभएको उहाँको आफ्नै कथा रहेको छ सिक्किम भारतको एउटा अङ्ग हुनुभन्दा अगाडि विभिन्न क्षेत्रमा विभिन्न मानिसहरूले आफ्नै तौर तरिकाले भूमिका निभाएका थिए र हामीले पनि हजुरहरूको सामु एउटा डाइभर्स पोइन्ट अफ भ्यू राख्ने कोसिस गरेका हौं, जुन चाहिँमा चाहिँ को के कता कसरी किन भन्ने यी विषयवस्तुहरू प्रष्ट होस्। जति सक्दो हामीले इन्फर्मेसन डाइभर्स बनाउन सक्यौं त्यति नै हजुरहरूलाई पनि डिफ्रेन्ट पर्सपेक्टिभ्सहरूलाई हेर्ने मौका हुन्छ भन्ने हाम्रो पनि सोचाइ हो र यो सोचाइमा हजुरहरूले पनि हामीलाई साथ दिनुहुन्छ भन्ने आशा राखेका छौं। अन्य इन्टरभ्युज पनि तपाईको सामु ल्याउने छौं, जोडेर बस्नु होला। म ललित दाहाल।